Hello there guys, my name is Coach Chai, YouTube channel Donkster Born Bull for Theme Park News, and welcome to a Theme Park Newsroom update from Drayton Manor. Now on this video I'm going to be sort of taking what we took from a previous video that I discussed about and sort of predicting their 10-year strategy that they're confirmed to be working on in that Blue Loop interview with the founder's grandson, George Bryan. Now before we get started, I just want to thank every single one of you that's commented on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, congratulating me on 900 subs. We're actually on 910 now as of recording this. We've bumped up a couple since yesterday. So this channel is growing rapidly. I'm not even lying. I never thought it would grow this much, this quickly. You know, I thought we'd get to 1,000 subscribers in the next year or two, maybe. So the fact that we're getting to 1,000, we're looking to go to 1,000 subs just before our first year's done is absolutely unbelievable. So thank you very much, guys, for this. It really means a lot. Now, in terms of announcements, and if there's any big announcements coming this week, obviously we told you yesterday, and I believe the day before as well, the D23 Expo, the Disney Expo, that's going to be happening between Thursday and Sunday. Obviously, Park News Sunday, but I believe it's Thursday they're going to reveal details on this brand new secret project that they've added to the Expo. So, again, if it's a new park or anything to do with the parks with that secret project, I'll talk about it in a separate video. Now, the SeaWorld Orlando announcement was supposed to be yesterday morning in America, but it was postponed for some reason. So, they haven't set a brand new date yet. So, hopefully, when we get that, we'll bring it to you here on the show. And of course, it is just over a week until the Six Flags announcements on August 29th. We've got just about a week to go now. So obviously we'll be doing like we did with the Cedar Fair video, analysing all the attractions in one video, bring out the announcement trailer as a separate video, if they've got one. And of course, we'll be doing separate analysis videos for the coasters. So again, really excited for all those videos coming up for the end of August. Now let's start then. So we've got a video to come later today from the Halloween updates from Dr. Fright's Halloween Nights, which should be a very interesting video. But we're going to start with Drayton Manor, and we're going to be predicting a 10-year strategy for what I want to see come to this park. Now, quote unquote, this 10-year strategy is perfect for their target audience and for the future of Drayton Manor Park. So it seems like we said in the past, it seems like they're moving away from the thrill market a little bit and moving more towards the family market. However, they are keeping that target. It looks like they're going to keep that thrill target market in mind, but they just want to make it a family park. So, like we said, we're going to go through all the years and sort of predict all the years from 2020 to 2029, and we're going to give you my thoughts as to why I think that as well. So let's get started then with 2020. Now, we pretty much know from a previous video a couple of days ago, we know what's coming. Right, a few days ago, like nearly a week ago, we know what's coming. G-Force is being removed. Now, as far as I know, they're still in the process of selling it. We don't know who to, but if you go back and watch that previous video from a few days ago, you'll know my thoughts on it. I'd like to see Pleasurewood Hills or Lightwater Valley buy it, but I'll explain more in that video if you go back and watch that video after you finish watching this video. So you know that G-Force is currently in the process of being sold, so it's set to be removed over this winter period, and there's obviously it's been edited out of the article now, but it was mentioned that they're going to be building a seaside themed area. So that could mean Air Race being slightly rethemed, maybe a nearby restaurant being rethemed as well. But there was mention of a water play area with a water tracked ride. So again, seems like this full themed area seems to be a real full themed area. So it looks like they could be going Polton's Park here with the family themed areas. So it should be interesting to see what they're going to do with that. 2021 then. So in terms of, as well as general park improvements, in terms of any new attractions, I'm thinking we could be seeing a brand new sort of family flat ride. Now, unfortunately, I do see the Flying Dutchman making way for this attraction. Now, they could keep the Flying Dutchman, and this could be moved somewhere else, but just in my opinion, I think this could replace Flying Dutchman, but it could be located on a different site. And this type of ride is a Mack Twist and Splash. So look at SpongeBob Splash Bash, which is the Twist and Splash at the Nickelodeon Land at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I could be looking at something like that for 2021. Just something for the family thrill seekers to sort of have a splash, have an enjoyment. And of course it would fall on that theme of the seaside area, so maybe maybe they could use a part of the site and just block it off and put this in the new seaside area maybe instead of the Flying Dutchman site. Again, we don't know. Could be like a phase 2 maybe. And of course, like I said, as well as that, we'll have general park improvements and upgrades. 2022. Now, this is where I'm thinking we're going to have a brand new roller coaster. Now, it may not be big. It could be as simple as a general family coaster, like a Bar Express at Europa Park. We could be looking at something like that, maybe. Or it could be slightly more thrilling than that. Just a normal family coaster. It wouldn't replace the Buffalo Coaster. It would be near the Buffalo Coaster, where that Drayton Queen sort of boat station is, and onto that grass area. There have been people predicting a thrill coaster for that site a couple of years ago, but I would like to see a family coaster instead. And as well as that, I could see them start to block off that Pirates Adventure area. Now, I have heard people in the comments down below past Drayton Manor videos that I've done, and they have said that something went wrong with Pirates Adventure. I think like the buildings inside has collapsed or something. Not on the outside, but it seems like the scenery on the inside may have collapsed or something's gone wrong with it. And it may cost a lot to remove it, and so they just leave it alone just because of that reason. But I think 2022 they're going to have the chance to block it off and get it ready for 2023, where I could see a potential brand new dart ride. Now, it could be a shooting dart ride, but not really, because they've got Sheriff Showdown Take Back the West, which is the rethemed Golden Nugget shooting range and whatever that was with the Nesquik sponsorship in previous years ago. I could definitely see a different type of dart ride, maybe like just one of those track dart rides, because I know Drayton Manor can do theming quite well, so it would be nice to see a tracked dart ride replacing Pirates Adventure, and as well the usual park upgrades and improvements. 2024 will be the 75th anniversary, so I think they're going to focus on the 75th anniversary celebrations, the fireworks, the Halloween, different park decorations, different festivals, etc. So quite an off year for Drayton Manor. And as well as that, if they're talking about new rides, I'm predicting some family rides, maybe for Thomasland, or maybe just different rides around the park. I'd like to see a pair of Larson flying scooters at the park. It would be nice to see a pair of them. I like to see a Zamperla Disco coaster as well, like the Edge at Paulton's Park, Cobra at Chessington, Dizzy Disc that's recently been added this year at Oakwood, something like that. Navigator at Flamingoland, so either the one with the airtime hill or just the normal curved one. Either one I think would be a good fit for Drayton Manor. 2025, I'm thinking opposite the Flying Dutchman. Now there seems to be, like on Google Earth, like on the old Google Earth, a bit of grassy area. And it's quite a big site as well, so I'd like to see a thrill ride opposite Flying Dutchman on that old grassy area. Now, in terms of what kind of flat ride, I'd be thinking on the lines of a KMG Afterburner. I know they've got Maelstrom, which they're into Manjaro Springs, so if they're not going to go for like a KMG Afterburner, I'd like to see a Sierra Star Shape, because it's still quite a thrilling flat ride. Or maybe a Huss Top Spin, or a Top Scan from Mondial, or maybe a Moser Rides Drop Tower, so something a little bit lower thrill level than Apocalypse for sort of the family drop towers, so maybe one of them. But I think a thrill ride opposite Flying Dutchman would be great. 2026, I'm thinking some more family rides, maybe a couple of little kiddie rides here and there, kind of like Lumber Jump and Timber Tugboat at Thorpe Park's Old Town area. Maybe something like that, just something for the kids and the family market, as well as some general park improvements. 2027. Now, this is a bit of a bold prediction here, but I'm suggesting that Shockwave will be announced to close, ready for a 2028 thrilling roller coaster. Now, I'm going to get onto those coaster options in a minute, so bear with me. But I think 2027 is just going to be about park improvements. Obviously, by then, to be fair, I was going to say about 2022 or 3. I would say Splash Canyon be open by then, or maybe in 2021 get Splash Canyon back open. But 2027, I'd like to see Shockwave demolished. And I think when Splash Canyon reopens by 2021, I'd like to see that be given a new theme, which could lead to the demolishment of Shockwave, ready for 2028. Now, 2028, I could see two potential coaster options to replace Shockwave that would perfectly fit Drayton Manor. Now, you could go with the Mack Family Launch Coaster, so like a Manta at SeaWorld San Diego. So it's not got any inversions, but it's like a proper family launch coaster, but it's still good for thrill seekers. Or you could go for what Flamingoland are going for, and that is the 10 looping roller coaster from Intamin. Now, whether it's going to be the Colossus model or this new second generation model that's going to Flamingoland, or rumoured to go to Flamingoland, relocated from Hopi Hari. Obviously, there's slight differences from both models. Obviously, the new generation model going to Flamingoland has got, it doesn't like stop after the lift hill like on a bit of straight track and then dive down. It will literally just curve straight down with more straight track before going into the vertical loops. There's a few differences here and there, but I think that model would be perfect for Drayton Manor if they want to go for a thrilling coaster. But I think either the Mack Family Launch Coaster or the 10 Looper would be the best options in my opinion. Obviously there are other options out there. A Mack Big Dipper, that would be great for a park like Drayton Manor. But I'm thinking more on the lines of 10 Looper or Mack Family Launch. But Mack Big Dipper is a bonus option. And then 2029 will be the 80th year of Drayton Manor, and I'm predicting some more celebrations in that year. It'll be the bit bigger than the 75th anniversary celebrations that I've got planned for 2024. So I'm thinking they're going to celebrate the 80th year of Drayton Manor with some big celebrations. So that's my predictions then for the 10-year strategy that they're working on. Obviously, we won't know details of it. I don't know if they're going to reveal the 10-year strategy at some point this year, or are they going to just reveal it step by step, or I mean, they could go with either option. They could either just reveal it year by year, or they could just reveal the whole 10-year strategy so we can get excited about some of the things that could be coming to the park. But like I said there's potentially 2 roller coasters in my 10-year strategy for the park. Obviously, these are all attractions that are perfect for that target audience that they're going for, so that's why I haven't gone for things like big old trackless dart rides and things like that we could have predicted years ago when Drayton Manor was focusing on thrill seekers as well. Now they're focusing more on families. That's why I predicted more kids rides, family rides, maybe a couple of thrill rides here and there. Obviously there's only one dart ride, and that's to replace Pirate Adventure, because I think that that's one of the main sites they need to be working on. I do think that Pirates Adventure needs to be removed. Obviously, I didn't mention it on the 10-year strategy, on my 10-year strategy, but I'd love to see Excalibur maybe back open with a brand new theme. You look at what they did with Merlin's Quest at Toverland. I'd like to see they do that with Excalibur, get a new manufacturing, get a brand new boat ride on that lake, refill the lake, get the theming back up, and sort of bring back Excalibur, like Excalibur Rising from the Ashes or something. Just a brand new storyline for the Excalibur story. So there's a few things that I haven't mentioned on there that I would still like to see. Obviously, I mentioned later on that Splash Canyon could reopen by that point, hopefully with a brand new theme, which could lead to the development of Shockwave for a brand new coaster to fit the new Splash Canyon theme, if they could go with a new theme for Splash Canyon. Obviously, that might not happen. I think Splash Canyon could be reopened just as it was, and bring some theming items, bring some brand new theming items in to sort of refurbish that Rapids ride, just to give it a new lick of paint, a new upgrade, if you will, if they get the chance to reopen it. So it is definitely an interesting 10-year strategy. It's not the usual 10-year strategy I would go for, because of course Drayton Manor is more of a family theme park now than more of a thrill park. But I think you know, some people recently have been skeptical of Drayton Manor because they're going down that family route. Thinking about it more and more, I do think that Drayton Manor could be going in the right direction, especially with the announcement of this 10-year strategy that they're working on, the whole team's working on. So I am excited to see what's going to happen in this 10-year strategy, but I think that a family park could be the right route for Drayton Manor's future, because I think if they were going down the family park, but people expected thrill editions as well, but they didn't, then I think people would be dishappy about Drayton Manor and then not go to the park. So I am thinking more positively about the situation at Drayton Manor, and I think it's a right decision going down the family route. So I am excited to see how they're going to pull this off. And like I said, when they reveal parts of the 10-year strategy, if they do decide to reveal the whole 10-year strategy in one go, or just year by year, like I said, I am excited to see what they're going to announce. So there we go. So I think we just look forward to 2020, look forward to this new family seaside area coming to that sort of section of Action Park. Obviously G-Force is going. We know it's being currently in the process of being sold, so I'd love to see a UK park buy that coaster. Obviously, like I've said in the past videos, it would revitalise Lightwater Valley. It would bring a new audience to Pleasurewood Hills Obviously, if any other park in the UK, it would be brilliant for. Obviously, not the biggest parks in the UK, like your Alton Towers and your Thorpe Park. Maybe Chessington would be a 50-50 choice, but I think Chessington's more of a family resort park, so I don't think G-Force would be the best option for Chessington, especially if that's their new planned coaster for the future. If that ends up being the new planned coaster, then I think people will turn on Chessington. But I think the new ownership has sort of seen that and think, right, we need to add a coaster in the future of Chessington. So I don't think G-Force would be the right option. I think we're looking at some of the smaller parks in the UK. Pleasurewood Hills, Lightwater Valley, maybe Adventure Island if they had the space, Fantasy Island if they had the space. It wouldn't fit Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I think they're a bigger park than that. So there's a few parks in the UK that would fit. Mainly Lightwater Valley and Pleasurewood Hills, but if there's any others, then comment down below. But I think the main ones are Pleasurewood Hills and Lightwater Valley. So again, should be interesting. I had fun doing this. I'm not going to lie, I had fun doing this video. I think I might do a similar sort of 10-year strategy video for any other parts like Lightwater Valley and stuff like that. So comment down below if you'd love to see a series on that next year. Obviously, when it gets round to November, December, I'm going to start planning some stuff for the channel for next year. Obviously, planning what we're going to do next year. Obviously, you've seen the new thumbnail design for Theme Park Newsroom. That's going to be the same for the rest of the series on the channel for next year. So, hope you guys are excited for that one. Obviously, one of the first news updates of 2020 is going to be Skara Summerland's new flat ride, so I'm going to be reporting on that. It's been out for months now, but I still like to report on these new rides. So, hope you guys are excited for 2020, and I hope you guys love this video. So, thank you very much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now, guys, my name is Coach Chad Donks, the Born But Built for Theme Park News. Keep it on the Coast Live, and I'll see you guys later on for a Halloween update from Dr. Fright's Halloween Nights 2019. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.